I'm ready.
What are you ready for?
Football.
Are you ready for some football?
No.
I thought you were.
No, I can't be because football's not on.
Okay.
Game of Thrones was.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone.
What's up? It's been a minute.
Yes, we missed a week, or skipped a week, we'll call it.
Yeah. There's only a Endgame review.
Yeah. We had the 4 episodes before it.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 guests, back-to-back guests.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did an Endgame review.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're back.
Filming like retro style, real late.
Yeah.
We just got done watching Game of Thrones.
Right.
So if we seem tired, that's why. But we're going to try to keep the... You're not tired? I'm not tired, but...
I'm good. That episode got me...
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oof.
If you saw it, you know it happened.
Damn.
If you didn't see it, then you don't know it
Then you
happened.
haven't watched our previous video where we said to go fucking watch the series.
It was crazy.
I saw, whatever. It is related. Ninja just started it. He finished it. He started and got caught up in a week and a half. Started it last week.
Damn. Well, yeah, when you got time.
When
There's someone at my work. She was watching 4 or 5 episodes a night.
Yeah.
Like, so if you want to catch up, you can do it.
I remember this was last year. It was like if you watched an episode a week. No. Whatever. It was like an episode a week, an episode a night. I can't remember what it was. Starting from the beginning, like for people who wanted to catch up, or I guess anybody wanting to start. If you started that week or that day and went on, you would be ready to go with the start of this season.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, an episode a night, even a week. Obviously, a week is pretty easy. But yeah, I know my brother, as we saw before, he's on like season 4.
Oh yeah, it came up on your HBO Go.
Yeah, he was here yesterday. He was watching that. He was just at, spoilers, Joffrey's funeral.
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
So he's still got a while to go though.
Little stones on his eyes. Those creepy fucking.
Oh yeah, so post it, right at post his death.
Yeah, it was like his funeral thing.
His funeral, yeah,
whatever.
Okay.
I think that was
yeah.
another spoiler when his parents had sex on his dead body, or
next to it. You creep. They didn't have sex on him. They had sex next to him.
I was terrible of me to think that this brother-sister combo.
So yeah, we had that. It's Cinco de Mayo for another couple hours.
True.
Yesterday was May the 4th be with you. Kentucky Derby. You won a lot of money yesterday.
No, I did want to talk about that.
What?
How we're gonna do the...
Did you find an app?
No, I didn't look into it yet.
Okay.
Because I knew I couldn't have it ready for today.
Yeah.
And you, for those things, I'm guessing you're gonna have to hook up your bank account, so it'll have to be done this week.
Yeah.
So you wanna... You brought the idea up.
Oh yeah, so I wanted to bet on the Kentucky Derby yesterday.
Right, you text me.
I don't bet ever. Well, because I was like, I asked you, I was like, so you put money on these horses?
And I didn't even know what the...
And you were like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, the one horse race like anybody gives a shit about during the year is happening today. And you're like, oh, okay, shit, I didn't know. And then I was like, yeah, I actually was going to ask you for a recommendation on an app to, like, bet on, like, use it. And then you're like, actually, I have no clue. So then you were like, you had this idea that we, like, I don't know, what was it exactly?
So, I think that's a great idea. I've thought about doing sports betting previously as well. So I think if we both get the app, whatever we find.
Whatever we use, yeah.
Yeah, put, like, $100 in and... bet throughout the week or whatever, and we can
see
update
what we can do.
What we're
see
doing.
What we can turn into.
Yeah, that next week, see where we're at.
Different strategies.
We can converse. Because I know I used to in college. I had, and that's what I'll have to look it up. It was a game, but it wasn't real money.
Mm-hmm.
But you played by all the same rules. And I remember I had like a couple $100,000. Wow. But I mean, I would put like money on every game of the day. And then like if you have enough money, that's honestly the way to do it, because if you play the favorites with enough, if you play 50 games, a favorite's going to win, I don't know, even if it's 30-40 times, you're going to make out. So it's kind of like my strategy with like roulette, betting roulette gambling is you spread your funds, we'll call it, and that way you don't win as much, but you're guaranteed a win.
And your loss isn't like...
Yeah, and your loss isn't catastrophic.
Yeah. It's a slow game.
Yeah. But like I said, that was when I was playing with fake money.
And that makes me think of like, what's that dude on Jeopardy who's winning all the time? He's a professional sports bettor. And I started thinking...
The guy that's currently winning?
Yeah.
That dude's insane. Didn't he win by like $18? He almost lost the other day?
That was the one close game. Dude, it's unreal. He just...
So he's a sports bettor?
That's his professional job. Yeah, he bets on sports. And I was thinking, like, how do you even, like... How is that, like, your thing? Like, I get poker, I can get like that, but then I was trying to think strategies, and that was, like, one of the things...
No, there's some crazy, like, I mean, obviously it takes a lot of research, and, like, you got to look into, like, that's what all these stats are for, basically. There's all these sorts of splits and all this stuff.
People who are, like, into stats are, like...
Actually, crazy story, a couple of years ago, when I was still playing hockey, a guy on my hockey team, my very first game of the season, this was a couple of years ago, he's talking, and he had been with this... It was my first game with that team, but he had been with the team before, and they were talking about something, and I could kind of get what they're saying. He basically won one of the big jackpots on... what's that? Like draft... What's it? Draft Kings? No, Draft Picks is the restaurant. It's DraftKings or Fantasy... FanDuel, yes. Yeah. So he won one of the big... one of those big games. I can't remember how much it was, but he said he was having to... He hired a lawyer to talk about how to figure it out, accept his cash. And he said he was a teacher, I think, and he said he made spreadsheets in Excel for like every game of the day and stuff. And like, look, he said he found like this other weird way to look at something, and he won it basketball. He was I think he only bet strictly basketball. He looked at, and he won one of those big ass pools.
Oh shit,
it's crazy. That is, you know, you think we know like a lot about a sport, but like,
oh no,
and
well, you like think people
there's
who,
so
like,
much different into it,
and like the advanced statistics,
right?
now.
That's what it is. It's like
it reminds me of what's the movie Hardball?
Yeah,
about the oath. Is it Hardball?
Hardball's with the kid Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. No, what's the Moneyball? Moneyball.
Yes,
where they go into like just more than your normal like
fantastic
box
movie.
Score type statistics. It's like the real deep shit.
Yeah,
that like you gotta know.
Yeah, that's some of my like favorite stories are from that. Like when they wanted to play, is it Scott Hatteberg? I think Hattenberg, whatever the hell, and the management like wanted to play him. But the coach ultimately has the lineup decision, and he's like, "No, I won't play him." I just realized my chair's not locked. I don't want to be leaning. They're like, "No," he was like, "No, I won't play him. You know, I like this guy." Mm-hmm. And management was like, "Well, we want you to play this guy," and the manager kept not playing him until he's like, "You're putting Hatteberg in the lineup today." And he's like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "Yeah, you are. We just traded Giambi." He wouldn't do it, so they literally traded an all-star. It was Jeremy Giambi, right? Or I know Jason. Jason was the all-star. Yeah. But I think at the time it was Jeremy that was doing well. He was never as good, but he was still pretty good. I think that's how it went. Either way, I know that's the line when they traded him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, and he did that. Whatever that year was, I can't remember, like early 2000s. And then he did it again a couple years ago, again with the Athletics. That was actually 2014 or something, and that's what we traded. We traded them Jeff Samardzija, and then they traded for John Lester, and then they got swept in the playoffs. And then we got Addison Russell out of that, which who knows how that one's going to be for now. And then I know the Cubs / Theo and his team do a lot of that advanced scouting shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it changed the game.
Oh, yeah.
And you never can go back to the old way, almost. But yeah, so to go back to everything, we want to do sports betting. You want to put some money in and see like what we can do.
Yeah.
And I want to bet on the horses. We did like a family betting thing. Just like at random.
Yesterday?
Yeah, like at random, you just draw like a horse and like you put some money in. I not win.
Did somebody win? Everyone got a horse?
Well, that was... everyone got a horse, and then that was the big thing because the Kentucky Derby, that whole fucking decision... at the end, so it was like...
That was the first DQ in history.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Which the horse... I didn't have them, but the horse that I thought was going to win was the one that was most affected, War of Will.
Yeah, that was when we were both saying. I liked the name of that one, too.
Yeah, and he was the most affected by that.
I didn't even watch the race. I didn't see a replay of the race. I don't even know what happened. I know he was, like, blocking him, right? Or nudging him.
So he was on the inside track.
The cheater.
Yeah, the cheater.
The cheating horse.
And he comes out, like, around the final turn. Just around the final turn. And he pops out of fucking nowhere. Like, he just starts moving out. And the one horse that was affected directly was War of Will.
Right.
Where the horse, you literally see him like turn his head because the fucking feet are there, and they said the real reason that these like things happen, or that they're worried about it, they even have to like think about the DQing and everything, is not so much that like, oh, he bumped him a little bit or he did anything. It was their feet can get tangled up and like cause some real shit. And then they break their
leg, and then that horse is gone.
And you literally see like nothing happened, but their legs are fucking very close to like something happening. And then the horse that ends up winning because of the DQ is the one that
it was like 65 to 1 odds for that guy.
He's the one who filed the complaint or whatever.
Really? Because he knew he would win if it was taken.
That must be because, he was affected, but not, he literally, it was like, you see him, he gets out of the way. So he has to go wider than he was, but he was not like in as much, like that War of Will, whatever,
right.
was like fucking, the horse is like, they're running so fast and he's got to go like this.
It's terrifying. It's kind of sad, they're actually, like, when you do that. I don't like that.
It's kind of fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because, like, when they slow down, it's like, oh, shit, he has to turn away going so fast.
I also read...
And their legs are so close.
I read there was another controversy, or not controversy, but a weird thing coming up to this Kentucky Derby. I don't know if they covered it. The actual favorite, like, I can't think of the word, but got out of the race a few days before.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
There was the actual favorite for the race was, what is the fucking word? I don't want to say cut, because he I don't know if it was an injury or what, but he...
scratched.
He scratched. He was
there's
scratched.
2 horses scratched.
Yeah, well, I think there was a few, even, I also read 2, there was like 3 horses scratched the day of the race.
There's 2 scratched the day of the race.
Well, no, but this one, it scratched
before
several days before.
Oh,
I think it might have been an injury or something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I want to say... I was reading something, it would have been that horse trainers, like, it would have made that trainer, like, really up there in the best trainers if his horse...
Because, as much as that one horse, I can't even remember the fucking horse's name that got DQ'd, it wasn't War something, but he was
determined, wasn't it?
He was dominating the entire fucking race.
Was he?
In first right away. I
didn't even watch.
And then, like, after his little run-in thing, he just pulled away.
Maximum security.
There it is. Like, he was dominating, but yeah, that move was
I need to watch it, and I need to see that, especially now that...
And it was weird, because that was a long fucking... If you watched it live and everything, like, it...
How long was he champ for? You're saying that?
That whole decision.
Did he do it right away? Did that complaint get filed right away? Do you know?
It was like maybe a minute or so after.
Oh, so it was like
everyone, like, they interviewed the jockey, and they're like, and he's like so excited, and then it's like, wait, we actually have a thing, and then everyone's like, well, what's going on?
That's crazy.
And it just goes on for a while there, and they're interviewing everybody like, how do you feel about your chances now? And then they're like, I don't know, we'll have to see. They're like, and then some of the other trainers who, they're like interviewing, they're like, on a normal day, this gets DQ'd easily.
Really?
He's like,
why was this not normal though?
Because it's the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
like for them.
Like another race.
Because there's 3 people who decide to make sure that there's no tie on what to do with this decision, and it's like, with such magnitude, it's like. Maybe huge. They don't want to change it because of something, but
sounds like it's good that they did. If it was that bad.
It seemed like everybody. at the time when I was watching, I was like, come on, get real. Like, he was dominating the whole time, which he was. But then it was like, okay, I can kind of
ultimately, how much did he win?
But then they said that like this shit happens all the time. See, I don't watch it. Most people don't watch
horse racing experts
all the time. So, but you got everybody. I mean, everybody who's there, like our aunts, uncles, everybody. There's like, this is bull. It's like they know the race, and they said it happens all the time.
So
people
what?
Get DQ'd,
yeah, how much did he win by? Like in the actual race before he got DQ'd.
I mean, it was a little bit. I mean, it wasn't like...
Was it a full body?
It wasn't neck and neck. No, it was probably full body. If I can recall correctly, it was a full body.
Oh, so it affected it so that he like got out in front of him at the end there too?
Yeah. Because there was... right after that happened, or right before that happened, there was 4 of them.
Up for the running?
Up right there. And then he made that little... And then it was like, fucked. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, guess what? There ain't going to be no Triple Crown this year.
You don't think 65
to 1?
Hey, he got second.
I think this is his first win.
Really? He didn't even cross the finish line first then.
And that's the other thing. They're interviewing the rider or the jockey, whatever, afterwards.
And
they're like, so how's it? Well, no, he knew because he's the one ultimately who goes like, yo, something. He's kind of the one who like, hey guys, something went wrong there.
Trainer and stuff. Yeah.
And he's like, they're like, so how does this feel now that you won? And he's like, oh, it feels great. And they're like, does it feel as good as if you were to win outright? And he's like, yeah, it feels just as good. And it's like, clearly not.
What kind of question is that?
We just waited like 10 minutes for you to like kind of win.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know.
That's interesting, yeah. First DQ. That's cool though.
Yeah, but now you kind of like...
Some controversy in horse racing. Maybe it'd be popular.
It's so weird. Like, horse racing banks off of... Or NBC, too, because they display all the races. Or the 3 big ones. The Preakness, the Belmont, and the Kentucky Derby. Like, whoever...
The hype for the Triple Crown.
They're hype for the Triple Crown. Usually, when the first race winner goes, you're like, okay. Then the second race
2 of the last 4 years have gotten one.
What?
Last year he got the Triple Crown.
Did he?
Yes. And then 4 years ago.
American Pharoah?
Yeah. Those are the same trainer too. Both of them.
Shit.
And maybe what it was
it?
The current favorite is trained. The current favorite that I said backed out was trained by that same guy, I think.
Oh, there's a few trainers that like. There's one guy who's going for the tie for the record for most Kentucky Derby wins. With I think it was like the record 6. But yeah, so. That's the thing is like now with this like horse that clearly sucks.
He's not getting it. You don't think?
I mean he came in second.
Yeah.
Like
I bet he's a higher fucking odds next time.
But their views are going to be not as great because people are going to be like, oh, okay, he's not. There's no way he does. Yeah, but I mean, then I'm wondering if that horse that got DQ'd can he race in this one now and then fucking just they'll be like, all right, I'm going to fucking prove to you guys how dominant our horse is. And then he just whoops everyone's ass.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm looking up real quick the Triple Crown guy.
Oh, see if you're wrong. Year.
Justified, 2018.
Oh, he did?
American Pharoah and Justified are the only living Triple Crown winners.
Oh, shit. I don't even know why I don't remember that. I just remember American Pharoah because that one was like in forever.
The first one in, for...
Which I read that his first batch of children...
Just got...
next
race
they're
level?
2-year-olds.
Oh,
so
really?
Next year
they can go.
Ooh. Let's see.
I wonder how much they paid for that semen.
Dog, it was like 200 grand per. I think he's had like I forgot how many I read, but there was
probably
quite
hundreds.
There was quite a few children that were spawned
from that horse's nuts.
Dude, nuts. Literally nuts.
Yeah.
Actually nuts.
Actual out of the nuts.
But yeah, so we'll see if we'll figure out that sports betting thing, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that should be fun. I guess another cool thing, since our last podcast, we are up over 100 subscribers.
Yeah, there's been we want to say since our last podcast, we've grown like 30 or we've gotten the percentage
30% larger.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's been growing pretty decently. Pretty decent.
Up over 100. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate.
Got 3 today.
Yeah.
That we saw?
Killing it.
Hey, that's a good fucking day. When I wake up and I see one more, I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. For a while there, it was just stagnant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For a while, it was sitting 60. Right at about 60.
Oh, it was at 60 for like days and days and days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Welcome a good chunk of new people.
Yeah. And hopefully this, like I told you, relates to more views, which maybe pushes out some lists of views and then more subscribers and just keep rolling.
Then we fucking take over.
Take over the world. We need to. Over. We can actually do it after this. We should apply for our
business loan
YouTube channel to be the Hangout or the Hangout podcast.
Instead of XYXQZRT 572467.
That's not accurate, but yes,
it's what it looks like.
The other thing you guys might have noticed is our thumbnails now.
Oh yeah, we got thumbnails.
Those are nice.
Brad did them.
I just took the working files.
No.
Oh, secrets.
It's a secret.
Okay.
Don't show them behind the curtain.
I did it.
How making a thumbnail works.
I was so surprised at that text right there.
Yeah.
Like the one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Am I looking at it? Look on the screen. Am I looking at it?
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Yeah. That screen right there?
Yeah.
That's a free downloadable text.
Oh.
Weren't we like duped into thinking it was like custom?
I kind of thought so.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
it still looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice. I'm happy with it. So I took I can't tell you what I did. Anyways,
ow, my neck.
Your neck hurts? My shoulder hurts.
No, it itches.
Oh.
I felt like I got bug bites because you got all these mosquitoes in here. You did leave the window open and nobody knew why it was open.
True. I remembered.
Good. And I told you because the person that in your attic that lives there now, because you left the window open, he opens it every night.
It's not funny.
Like while you're sleeping, he just like comes out and like kind of does some shit.
Well, no.
Which hold on. Actually, that does scare me because I saw a video. You know how you get in these YouTube, like you just go down these like rabbit holes, and I saw like there's this channel that does like 5 scariest security camera footage found, and it's fucking terrifying.
There's an actual dude in
there. The first like 3 or 4 are like the fourth one is.
Did you see this recently or what?
Within like the last 2 months.
Oh, okay.
And it's a doorbell cam, and a guy like somebody like it was showing that someone was coming up to his door bell. He was just getting notification, but there'd be nobody there every time he looked. And then like the last few ones that he had, it was like just this dude would literally just come up and like.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Would just like look, and then just walk away. Oh fuck. But that's not even the worst one.
Someone was living in the attic.
Dude. This dude was literally, he thought like he would wake up and like some of his food would be eaten and like shit was happening. So he puts fucking cameras. This is in Britain, so we feel better about ourselves. And if you live in like England or Great Britain, sorry, it's going to be a little scary for you because it actually happened where you were.
I'm sure it happens here, so be scared.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen. Anyways, it's from his like living room pointing at his kitchen, right? And it shows him, he's like getting like a snack, drinking some milk, blah blah, goes to bed.
This motherfucker comes from
there's like this little hole. I don't know how it exists. It doesn't look like a hole, but it's like a flap or like a little like hinge, very small. This woman comes out, climbs down, and it's just like eating his shit, watching his TV, all this stuff, and it goes on for like I guess days, like 4 or 5 days. That. So
what? Do you just want to get more fucking footage? I'd be calling the police.
Maybe it wasn't 4 or 5 days.
ASAP.
Maybe it was like a couple days. But in one of the fucking days, he literally
comes down.
He comes down, and she's laying at the bed, like where your feet are, at the couch. She's literally laying there, and he gets something from the fridge and then leaves. She goes back to like fucking eating, and then she leaves. I was like, oh my!
Leaves back into her fucking.
Could you imagine? Oh my god! Oh my god!
We thought shit like that was happening to us. We thought shit like that was happening.
Dude, I thought shit was happening to me after watching this fucking video at like 10 at night.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Am I stupid? Am I simple? I was like, oh my god. And then like yelling at the fucking ceiling. I was like, bitch, I know you're up there, but I can't do anything about it.
At our old house, we thought that happened to us, and I literally fucking checked up there. Because I can't remember now what happened, but I thought there was a bitch up there. I would walk... I've done this several times in both my houses. I'll walk around with my fucking gun, ready to shoot a bitch. I'm not fucking around.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. I'm not playing around with nobody's safety. Come on. So, and then... But what I was going to tell you is, remember...
Home invasion. Compound bomb.
Right, that was a little Christopher Walken, but yes.
Yeah. You know the mind fuck on that?
What did I
break to Apache's house?
For those of you wondering, we are laughing at the... What is it? Is his first name? I want to say Joe. No, it's Sebastian. Why did
Sebastian Maniscalco?
Yeah.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Yeah. His comedy skit.
His comedy
hour. Please go watch it. It's fantastic.
Oh my god. So you walk around with your gun in case of home invasion.
Yes. But no. So I told you last week I was going to play a video game Saturday night. Remember, I couldn't because of what I told you happened.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about it right now. I have another story for you after we stop filming.
Okay.
This one's fucking...
Well, I was going to go bring up... do you remember when you slept over when my parents went on vacation?
So this has been one of my favorite stories I want to tell on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I guess now's as good of a time as ever. But
it exactly relates to it.
Yeah, it does. So, how old... I'm at your house. How old are we? Rock Band is out. It's popping rock.
That's how you remember it.
Well, do you remember...
We were both in high school.
Why I remember it. We were both in high school? I could drive, I think.
Yeah, we were both...
So...
I want to say I was probably maybe 17 or 18. I think I was still in high school.
I was 16. Okay,
I want to say, yeah, maybe I was 19. Maybe we're
we're in that age.
Late teens.
Yeah.
And you're sleeping over... My parents are gone.
Yeah, your parents
they're on vacation or something like that. So we have...
over the summer, probably, so it's summer vacation.
Yeah. So we have... we're having like a sleepover, a bunch of us.
No, it's just me and you at this point.
Oh, it's just me and you?
Yeah.
See, I can't remember.
So it's just me and you at this point.
Yeah, and then...
We go out to get food or something.
Yeah.
Around, call it, 12, midnight.
Yes.
We come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're in the computer room.
Yes, correct.
Doing whatever.
Yeah, playing some game or something.
Yeah. Then I thought I heard a noise.
Yeah.
And I go out into your kitchen and then look to the front door, and I notice the front door is not locked.
Correct.
It sounded like the door had closed. The noise that I had heard sounded like someone had opened the door and closed it behind them.
Yeah.
So I say, "Hey, Dan, come over here."
Yep.
And I go, "Why is that door not locked?" So we turn on probably all the lights.
Yeah.
Go lock it. Look around probably. I don't remember.
Everything
checked out. We seemed
seems
fine.
Pretty good. Okay.
So we go back and...
a little spooked, but...
Right.
We're fine. Yeah, whatever.
We go back into the gaming room.
And then...
Proceed with our night.
About 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning...
I think it was later than that, wasn't it?
Maybe...
It has to be.
Well, I'm trying to
the end of the story. Yeah.
4:30, maybe 5.
Yeah, okay.
In the morning...
We start to go to bed.
We're going to go to bed at this point. So
maybe we started a little bit earlier. So 4:30.
You're on one couch. I'm on the other. We're watching TV.
You're passed the fuck out though. You passed out.
Okay.
Because I was awake.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I must have been. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but I know.
I'll never forget this fucking story.
The next part. So I'm guessing you woke me up.
Right.
Because there's talking.
Right. There is
conversation is happening.
We can lightly hear it.
Yeah, it's faint, but people are talking upstairs.
Yes, we're sleeping on the main floor.
And as far as we know, it should be just you and me in this house.
Right.
But there is a conversation happening upstairs, and we can faintly hear it.
He might not even know this story. He doesn't know this.
We can faintly hear it.
Yes.
So.
This is how I know the Rock Band.
Because we arm ourselves.
We armed ourselves with Rock Band drumsticks. Why didn't we take a second to think?
We were right next to the kitchen. Could have got knives. Anything.
True.
Anything. We took.
I had a Rock Band drumstick like this in my hand, and I kept it here because this was my I thought it through. This seemed like the best motion right here. Like maybe like this.
So yeah.
So we each have one Rock Band drumstick.
As you do. Which, if you don't know a drumstick, it's rounded at the end too.
Yeah, but fine. That's okay. If I'm puncturing someone's throat with it.
True. I guess so.
And it's wrecking them.
So we, it's dark, so we turn on some lights and we start creeping up the stairs.
Terrified.
And then,
while also trying to be like quiet, if I remember correctly, because we don't want to alert these fucks.
Yeah,
or maybe we do.
God forbid.
That's what I do now.
Conversation stops.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Could you imagine their conversation just
we hear them pattering to the fucking door.
We're like, oh no. So we're getting up there and we walk up my stairs and like there's a little wall like banister thing
wall, yeah.
And then there's like an immediate right down the hallway and it's like
we can
tell it's coming from the right,
yeah,
which is towards my parents' room and the guest bedroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
So it's like, oh, okay, and all doors are closed.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, fuck. Like if it was open, we could like kind of. Like, so we're getting scared. We get up to the door, and
at this point we can tell.
Yeah,
I think
I can. Oh, I know instantly. I'm like, my mom's alarm clock went off, and it's got the radio set to come on when the alarm goes off.
At 5 a.m. or whatever.
At 5 a.m. So it's fucking talk radio, a morning show, and they're having a conversation about God knows what, and we're literally about to shit our pants.
I think it did. It was one of the scariest fucking moments of my life.
Fucking scary. I remember just.
It wouldn't have been as bad if that 2 o'clock time
unlocked door thing didn't happen. Yeah.
God.
It was so fucking frightening. But then the sweetest relief.
Oh, yes.
When you find out it's just like fucking talk radio. Oh my God.
Well, how bad would it have been if it looks like your sister and we like almost kill her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're like fucking.
God damn it! What were you doing?
Fuck you! What's going on? As we got drumsticks. Yeah, that was fucking terrifying.
To this day, like I said, like if I walk around, I'll just start announcing it. I'll be like, listen, I got a gun here. If you come out, if you pop out, I'm letting you know now. You get out, I'll let you go, and I'll call the police. If you try to pop out now, I'm shooting you. You're dead. It doesn't matter. You're getting shot. Okay? Because I'm not playing around.
Here's the ground rules to the game.
Here's the bad thing. I thought about, like, if it's, like, even my brother or parents, like, trying to fuck with me, like, why would they ever? But, like, even if that happened, like, I'd be like...
Here you go. These are the rules.
Yeah.
Please follow them if this is a joke.
Seriously.
I'm not fucking around. I don't have a gun. I mean, I have all the guns.
Yeah, don't break into his house. He doesn't need a drumstick anymore.
Yeah, I don't need a gum stick.
Stick of gum. It's gonna stab you with some juicy fruit.
Yeah.
Some big red burn your eyes.
Yeah, you like the flavor for a second, but then it dies off immediately.
Juicy fruit does do that.
Yeah, it does.
And big reds.
But oh my God, I do have swords. I have quite a few swords.
True.
So
one is.
I will. Fucking...
One could really wreck someone.
Oh, there's that one is.
Yeah. The other one would wreck them for another reason.
Just concussion wise.
Yeah.
It's heavy as fuck.
You're getting busted over your head.
And it's probably, yeah.
I think about it all the time. I have this complex. I've had it since I was very young. And it's really fucked up. It's like this like weird, like, I want to call it a hero complex that I have that like I want something bad to happen. And I want to fucking save the day, right?
Yeah, I want that too, but I always think, like, there's no way I'd be that person.
Like, I think about it all the time. Like, if somebody breaks in the house, I'm throwing my big dresser in front of the door, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm saying, listen, I got a gun behind this door. Leave now, and I'm just calling the police. And if they say, oh, fuck you, I'm putting the gun over the door and just going at a trajectory that I believe is going to hit this human being roughly in the torso. Height, yeah. Yes. And I'm pulling the trigger. But I've had this thought. You want to know the crazy ones? I used to have this thought. I can remember like 7th grade, high school, all the time. And this one's weird too, especially if you know me.
The best part is you still live now, but your old neighborhood was...
What, stand-up people?
Yeah.
Huh. That's where the bad guys go.
It was once deemed best in the nation place to raise your kids.
Yeah, true.
It was so safe and like.
Speaking of that, where Amanda grew up, it was the number one like rural place to raise a kid this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, but the one I used to have, this is so weird. We talked about it a little bit in one of the last episodes. I used to be sitting in school at my desk thinking, what if a big ass snake was in?
This took a turn. I thought you were gonna say like a school shooter. Or
oh yeah, I did have those.
But a snake?
Yeah, it was.
I know you have a fear of snakes, but like, why would it?
It was
this
in
Harry Potter basilisk?
Yes, it was in the ceiling, and it was too heavy, and the ceiling collapsed.
You couldn't even look at it; it would petrify you.
No, not that. And I would have to like save the day. I don't know what I'd do.
Holy shit! This is the thing I just referenced.
True.
And I'm wearing the shirt. What? I don't know. Sorry.
And yeah, that was about it though.
Okay.
And I think about like,
but why?
It's sick, but like one of those.
I mean, I don't think it's sick.
Me and my school shooters or whatever. I think about that shit all the time. I'd take a bullet and I'd stab this.
Oh, dude. Whenever I think of it, I'm like, dude, I would do some sick ass move that. Dude. I was like, literally.
You
start laughing because there's no way I'm gonna be like fucking Bruce Lee out of nowhere. No experience, but then like this one, I was like, Bruce Lee's fucking powers coming. I'm like. Like I disassemble his fucking gun in front of him, and then
literally every single assembly space that I go into, I survey. Not kidding. Every single one, I survey it. I think, where's this guy coming from, and where am I hiding? The best thing to do is to hide near the entrance, or to hide near
where he comes from.
Right. To hide in the ideal spot is at the end of a hallway that opens into the big space, and you hide right at the opening. And if you knew he was coming, you hide right at the edge, right where he walks in, and you just similar with my drumstick. You have your knife. That's why I always carry my knife too, and you just right in his frickin' throat.
Yeah.
Or you just wham, slam the gun up into the air.
Put the gum in his mouth.
Put the gum in his mouth. You slam.
Make him fucking chew it. Make him fucking eat it.
You slam the gun up,
the shit won't
and then
digest.
You bust his nos.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the sick thoughts that I have all the time. And then I would ideally want to take one bullet, somewhere.
What do you mean ideally? Ideally, you should want none.
Well, I want no one to get hurt, but I want to take a bullet. I want to do the interview with the radio, plug the podcast, do a I survived this shooting, this is what I did, channel blows up, set.
But you have to take a bullet to do that?
I want to take a bullet to take a bullet. Flesh wound, just to feel the pain, no damage structurally.
You could do that any time.
No. That's like self-harm, like suicide, or you're going to shoot me.
Just shoot you in the ankle or something.
No, because I'm pretty sure there's structural damage going on there. Because bone, you're going to shatter the bone.
No, you're just going to go through that little soft part of the back.
The Achilles.
Yeah, the Achilles. Just let it snap.
No, I think that...
Where would you want to take it?
If you gain some... It's got to be a big meaty here.
Yeah, your shoulder sucks already.
Yeah, my shoulders suck already. As long as I can still use them later. Or like the leg. There's some meat there. Like, look at my thigh. There's a bunch of meat. Just don't cut my femoral artery and just shoot me.
I guess so.
No, not the hand.
Hold on. I wasn't.
You'd break so many bones, and you can't use this thing.
I'm just saying, like, I was just surveying. I started at my hand, okay?
I
ruled it out instantly, but I was just like, there ain't enough meat any of these
places. Right. Like the forearm feels like it messed some stuff up. Like maybe you can't.
Yeah, if you could catch me on like a here.
So you want it too?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm not welcoming. No, wait. No, don't get twisted.
Stop in your tracks there.
Don't get twisted. Some guy's just like, oh, okay. He's like,
he got a revolver.
He has a revolver. It's like he's a cowboy. And he's like, all right. He asked
These boys want it.
No. Put your revolver away, ace.
What about a birdshot shotgun shell in the ass? Like Dick Cheney did to that guy.
No, I don't want to get Dick Cheney'd. Is that what they call? I think that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it these days. So I think that'd be fun though.
Oh man, but Dude, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
I gotta look up that video.
No,
we should link it. We'll link it for you guys.
It is fucking terrifying. There's, I believe the other.
What was the show you watched? Or I don't know if it's a true. Now that I'm mixing things up in my head, where the person put the tunnel system in the top of the hotel.
Oh no, that's a real thing.
That's real, right?
That's a real thing.
It was a Netflix thing.
It's on
right?
Netflix.
Yeah,
it's about
that's what I thought you were gonna say.
No.
The guy had that system in the ceiling of the motel, and he used to like
watch people fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird motherfucker.
Super creepy.
That's where I thought you were going with that, and then you had a whole nother story. Do you look up? I'm gonna have to check my attic space. Do you look up strategies here? Are you one of them?
No,
because you told me about the previous guy who was in the attic, and now you got another.
I don't know how I stumble upon this stuff.
Yeah,
you know how
we don't know.
Well, you get down these YouTube things, and then
I don't. Definitely not that kind.
And then I don't want to click it,
but you do.
I don't want to do it, but then part of me, I remember watching it like this the entire time. I'm not even kidding. I literally was like this the whole time, and I was like, oh, coming out the ceiling. Oh, she's hiding. She's literally.
It's worse that it's a woman.
2 feet away from him.
It's worse.
2 feet away, and he's just fucking drinking milk. His guard is down. It wasn't like he had his gun in his other hand. He was like.
I know there's someone here.
Oh my god.
Well, no, the fucked up thing is at that point he did have the camera, so he was suspecting something.
Yeah, no,
so that's
he
even
just
creepier.
set it up because he's like, something's going on.
That's even creepier.
And then you just walk out, something's going on.
I mean, you can't be sure, so it's like.
And know what else is gross? I think this happens to me. I could be wrong. You guys can watch it and tell me. I'll accidentally watch it again.
I'm watching on purpose.
He starts drinking the milk after she drank it.
Here's some. No.
Yeah, she drank some, and then he goes and he drinks it, and it's just I know that's a little thing, but it's on top of that, she was just drinking from a fucking thing, and she's clearly harmless. Okay.
No, she's not homeless. She's in this dude's home.
Oh yeah, she got a no harm.
Yeah.
She's not paying for the harm. Okay, it's his harm.
Yes.
So she's part harmless. Okay. Because I don't know where
she's living rent free.
She only pops out at the nighttime. I mean,
well,
yeah, because he only shows it at night. I'm guessing he had the camera during the day.
Yeah, I'm sure that's her best playtime. She probably goes and showers. She gets all clean
during the day.
Hell yeah! But if she ever has to go out, I'm sure she does that. I
don't know why he wouldn't have. I don't know. I can't tell from the video. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe because in those times he didn't have the camera and it just watches her walk past.
Maybe he was just only worried about nighttime. But oh my god, imagine she's there the whole day.
Well, where else would she be?
Oh my god, she just. Well, that's the thing. Where does she go? Where's this little thing go?
How do you not make noise up there?
Dude, this whole. I did not think a person. And then. A fucking hand or legs pops out. And she.
I need to watch this. I want to see what she comes out of too. And then I'm going to check my house for it because you're getting fucking ideas.
Yeah, don't. Oh my god, dude.
No, but like I was saying, it's worse that it's a woman. Because it's creepy, and this is completely unrelated. I was thinking about this the other day. One of the most creepy thing. It's a woman, women I've ever seen, and it's so weird. If any of you've seen it, fuck, now I can't think of the TV show. What's the TV show with fuck?
Phineas and Ferb.
No, it's How to Get Away with Murder, but the one before it. The black lady is the main actress. Shit.
How to Get Away with Murder?
No. It was a popular one before. It's still pretty popular.
Ooh, I don't watch
her dad's the head of a secret intelligence agency and fuck, what is that show? Anyways, they find her mom that she thought was dead, and she's been tortured or something, and she is got this crazy look and she breaks free and bites stuff and and I was scared to go to sleep after watching this fictional TV character, and it's not even a scary show. I remember because I was trying to catch up. It was back when we were living in Carbondale, and I was watching downstairs trying to catch up to Amanda because I had watched it with her, and I saw that episode late at night, like you were saying, and I woke up. I was like, I can't sleep. This bitch is in my head.
Yeah. And
this is just some, TV character, which to a degree is probably, she's supposed to be scary. I'm gonna be pissed. Scandal.
Scandal.
You know the show?
I do remember
Scandal. Her fucking mom.
Ugh.
Ugh.
This is the worst thing to be talking about this late.
Right.
Hopefully you chose to watch this podcast at a semi-decent time.
Hopefully you guys have stories like this as well, and you're terrified.
We hope you're terrified. We hope you're scared.
You have to join us in our terror. Did you say something?
No, I cracked my ankles really loud.
Oh, yeah, you're good at that.
So,
shit, I still have that thing I want to do on this episode.
Yeah.
We have to... Well, we got time, but I want to get to these first.
Yeah, let's
These are very old notes, since they're pre... These notes were for Nick's episode.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So that was then we skipped a week, and now they're here. So they're like extra old.
Okay.
And luckily this first one still applies. And I think it was covered on our episode 2. You had a music segment. Yeah. Do you remember talking about music?
Yeah.
So I have music ? Insta be poppin! ! My
Instagram?
This is in regards to your Instagram and the sheer amount of music you've been posting.
Yeah, I try to do a song a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's something out there that's really getting you going, or
recently,
I know that was something you wanted to do, obviously, every once in a while, and we haven't touched on it. It's a lot of shit I don't know.
Oh, it's a
lot of shit I don't know.
Most of the time, it's gonna be shit people don't know.
Yeah,
I listen to some random stuff. What have I been listening to? You probably heard of her, Alina.
Never heard of her.
Come on, dude. She's got 3 songs out on iTunes.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
And they're brand new. I've been listening to this girl, Alina, song by...
How do you find someone with 3 songs?
How do I find... YouTube? I just dive and then
you're
somebody recommends...
It's either Alina or How to Get in People's Attics. the YouTube rabbit holes are crazy.
It's crazy. But no, I've been listening to her. I've been listening to a lot of stuff, just been older stuff.
But you can't get an Alina song on Instagram.
You can't.
Yeah, because
I've been trying.
The other day, I tried to put a song. There's a song I've been listening to. It's called Dynamite. And you search that one, and you get the
There's
Tayo
quite a few
Cruz.
songs I've been trying to put on there, and I cannot. They just don't have it. I don't know. I've been listening to quite a few people. Some more funnier ones that we've been jamming to is
Lil Dicky?
No, Wheeler Walker Jr. You ever heard of him? He's a comedian, technically.
I think the hillbillies like him.
Yeah, he makes comedy country songs, and the best ones are "Fuck You, Bitch" and "Puss in Boots."
I'll have to take a listen.
Oh my god, they're great.
Who's we been jamming to?
Me and his brothers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, him too. Literally,
it's good stuff.
Their whole family. We had the adults down. Everything. They're hilarious, and they're actually kind of good.
Similar on the horses in the back.
No, that's not as these are straight jokes,
straight comedy.
These are he knows what he's saying, how it's supposed to come off. That's just kind of funny, but also fucking baller.
So
dope.
That's my note.
Yeah.
That song
is
the craziest mix of music. First of all, works. I don't know how it works so well, but it just bangs.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good.
You think there's gonna be more?
I don't know. I don't know how you replicate something I think that.
Well, I mean, can that be a new subgenre? A new genre of music? Let's make some country rap.
Because there already is country rap, but not that.
Well, yeah, that's way different.
That's he did it a different way. It was he brought country sounding tone and
lyrics,
a not so country beat.
Right, and that's what
Where
I want.
The other way they do it is they try to rap over a country-ish beat, and it's I forgot who, but there's a few people that do it, and I'm they're kind of popular,
some are decent, but
it's
different. This
different.
Is way different.
It's very different. I don't know.
I would. So I have I would welcome more. I would welcome more.
Some people, from how successful that song is.
The problem is there's gonna be shit too.
what? No, everything's going to be a hit. Everything's going to be so great. No, there's going to be some garbage, of course, but I'm sure people then found a market. They're like, oh shit, this is a thing?
It's really fucking good. I love that song. Yeah, and it's short. I wish it was longer.
Yeah. I don't know. And then Billy Ray came on it. And then, like, that kind of like...
I only like his version.
I don't know. I don't know what it did to it. I think... Because at one point, those were... I don't know if they are now, but those were number 1 and 2, both versions on iTunes.
I don't think they are currently.
Yeah, they're probably...
Especially because I think Logic's...
Oh, his Homicide song. Yeah. But yeah, they were 1 and 2 at one point, and I was like, Jesus. I mean, and it goes... They're both good, but yeah, the Billy Ray is like... I don't know... I think it's because it's like Billy Ray. Like, what the fuck?
So I haven't heard the normal one.
Modern song.
Is they that much different?
No, he just has a verse.
I only know the Billy Ray one.
Yeah, he just has that extra verse.
Okay, so because that's what it seemed like.
It's pretty similar. Yeah, it's pretty much. He just has that verse.
The other song I've been banging to is I've Been Waiting, Lil Peep, and I think it's like
the Fall Out Boy one.
The one with Fall Out Boy.
Oh, see, I listened to that like once because Grace told me like a few weeks ago.
So Amanda was obsessed with it, and I was like, I never heard it, and then she played it for me. I was like, okay, and then she like would sing it. And it's got this stupid catchy fucking line, and now I would listen to it on repeat. It's so fucking good, and and you know he's dead, R.I.P. I try to listen to his other shit to try to see if there's anything else.
Your guy?
Or, if there's anything else, because there's one. And he actually has a song with that other guy. I think it's like he's the singer, and then I think it's like I Love Marketing. It's like all one word.
Oh, Mac, that's the guy who did he had a song with Drake.
Yes, exactly. He does the beats, right? He's like,
I think so, because remember when that one dude that had a terrible voice, that it was like a meme for a while, he sang like some shitty like hook that he was trying to be famous. They turned that into like a decent song.
Banger.
Yeah, and it was, I forgot.
Well, so he even had songs with those, and I'm like, I still don't like these. But that song is so good. You gotta, give that one.
I have to give it another try.
Oof.
Yeah, because I don't even think I've really, other than that Alina chick, I don't think I've really downloaded too much or like listened to any like new music lately. I think it's pretty much been just listening to like older stuff. Yeah, because
you reminded me of the frickin', what was that one? The which band was it? It wasn't the My Chemical Romance one. It was
Fall Out Boy.
Was it Fall Out Boy?
Yeah,
I knew it was one of them.
Was it Sophomore Slump or Comeback of the Year? Or Champagne for My Real Friends, Real Pain for My Sham Friends?
I can't remember. It was one of them.
It was off. I think it was off of From Under the Cork Trees.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, I forgot about this song. It's a
banger. Fall Out Boy's got a lot of
good
shit from earlier. Today was Rambo by Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, I saw that. That one I listened to. Because I think you've showed me him before, right? Or I've heard of him before.
I've heard of him before. That's not even the version I like. The real version I like is The Weeknd did a remix with him on that
That's a banger.
And,
that's a pretty good song.
Oh, it goes, that's a good song regardless. Hard. But yeah, when Weeknd did it with him, I was like, oh my God.
I've heard of him. I thought maybe it was
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I don't
I like that song, and I think there's might be one more.
I don't think I've seen more shit.
Actually, what have I looked up recently? I could tell you right here. If there's anything else,
while you do that,
keep talking,
while you do that, I'm going to cover one. This is going to show you how old these fucking notes are. My one note, which you guys won't give a fuck about, the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning getting swept.
Oh, yeah.
The number 1 seed, tied for most points ever in a regular season, 62. Most regular season wins, 62 wins, first overall seed. They were swept in the first round by the Blue Jackets, who had never won a playoff series. Blue Jacks had never won. They've only been around for 18 years.
Yeah.
The final game was 7-3.
I know. Yeah, they just
torched them. And the series was 18-8.
Torched them.
Just ran them over. I don't even know what their next series is. What it's currently at. The Blue Jackets. No idea.
I think they're all close.
I've seen most of the series are like they're
like neck
close.
and neck. But yeah, that was I remember that was insane that like they just got fucking stunted on
I was
easily.
Pissed the
ran over.
Vegas Knights lost.
Yeah.
It was a fun story.
I mean, that's sports, though. Shit just fucking I mean, it's a little crazier that they just got
yesterday, the Bruins will beat them, and so now Boston leads 3-2 in that series.
Okay. But silly.
And the Blues won tonight, forcing Game 7 with the Stars.
Yeah, because clearly, I mean, the Lightning are an amazing team. But, I mean, how do you just not show up?
62 wins and you get stomped? Swept! Stomped!
You don't even show up.
I saw that one guy for the Hurricanes, won his first, it wasn't his first start ever. But he'd been in the league for like 14 years or something. Never played in the playoffs and he won his first start goalie.
Damn.
That was pretty cool. I got 2 more things and then I have a fun activity for us.
Sure.
One thing is going to be crazy that me and you have talked about before. Well, not really talked about it. You mentioned this to me and then it got crazy. But the first one was, I know this was a fun thing I saw, or not a fun thing. There's a news thing that Instagram, which actually when we were talking about Instagram and music, I wanted to mention that this kid's on Instagram now.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty interesting. Have you been using it at all?
A little bit. It's alright. I feel like a lot of the shit on it is you could just see on iFunny. Like, I see it on iFunny.
iFunny.
So, I don't know if you guys heard it, but he said Instagram is similar to iFunny. I don't know. I mean...
No. I'm not saying it's similar. I'm saying I see this shit. I can see...
Well, what are you, just following meme accounts? What do you mean?
Well, no. Well, like, I'm just saying if you go through the feed, just like what people post...
Oh, you're going through the Discover page?
I've literally seen 3/4 of this shit on iFunny before I've ever seen it on Instagram.
Well, and if you really want to go down that road, if you go to Reddit, you'll see everything you see on iFunny like a week before. Everything on iFunny is from Reddit.
I love to get into Reddit, but I just don't fucking understand how you work it. Like,
Reddit is a fucking whole nother beast.
It's like the way they
it's
put
unreal.
Shit, it's fucking it confuses me, and it's like
Reddit can be much.
You need somebody to walk you through it.
And I wouldn't go
especially
to Reddit.
Yeah,
especially
you walk through.
I need to be walked through life.
Any technology you need to be walked through, but yes, life as well. No, Reddit is good for like games and stuff, and just quick posts about updates, stuff like that.
And like little facts, like I found the other day.
You use a little more than I do for other stuff.
Yeah,
I started posting this podcast on the Reddit. I didn't tell you about that. I created a post about it. It's really cool. I had to do it on the Reddit online. I had to log in. I don't like putting my login online. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
And you like put hyperlinks to shit and like in this Reddit post. It's super cool. I'm hoping some of our listeners came from there.
That'd be cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
I thought about doing it before, but I saw this format that they do. It's just like super official. It took me like a while to do these like hyperlinks and shit, and like you bold the text, underline it, and make a hyperlink and all that stuff. So hopefully that worked. But so I'd seen
that's
it.
Dope because there's a lot of people on Reddit. A lot of fucking people.
Well, although I know more recently, like as of today/yesterday, there's a bit of with the Fortnite thing that just happened. A lot of people are upset because there was movements on Reddit and such and Twitter and by streamers and stuff that said, we're not going to vote for the drum gun. We don't want the drum gun. Don't vote. Let's not vote. And then it blew everything out of the fucking water. And they said, look, yeah, there's a lot of people on Reddit, but guess what? There's a whole lot more people out there not.
Oh, yeah,
and,
true.
You know, doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, but one thing I did find from Reddit the other day, I didn't look too much into it, but it was a Today I Learned post.
Yes.
And it was
fun.
It has to do with the Avengers. I forgot what year it was, but it was back in, I want to say 2007 maybe sooner.
Okay.
Or maybe even a little bit before. It was about Sony's buying, you know how Sony had the rights to Spider-Man?
Yes.
So, here, I got it right here. So, it was 1998. Sony had the chance to buy the rights to almost every Marvel character for $25 million. They opted,
$25 million each or total?
Total. for almost every character. And then they opted to only buy the rights to Spider-Man for just $7 million, and stating nobody gives a shit about the other Marvel characters.
Ooh, damn, boy. That was a mistake.
Wow. Because right now you can turn I thought they were gonna have that issue too. Outside of like the main Avengers, like how are you gonna make me give a shit or like whatever? And then I remember like Doctor Strange. I was like,
Doctor Strange.
Dude, I was like, who the fuck is Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange is the best.
And then I love Doctor Strange.
Oh, he's the bomb.
He's fucking awesome.
Yes.
And that's the thing is I'm like worried about like who are they gonna have now for the next.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna make me like them.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. But
Guardians of the Galaxy. Never heard of them.
Oh yeah, same. And I love Guardians.
Love it.
But yeah, I mean, thank God that happened.
True.
That they turned it down.
That up.
Yeah, they would have done shit with it. Who knows? But that's crazy that they were just like, we'll take Spider-Man only for $7. When they were like, you can have it all for $25 million, and it's worth so much more than you can even fathom.
Yeah, you can't even fathom it.
It's crazy. So what's your final thing?
No. Well, so I didn't get to that thing. Okay, so sorry. Instagram
sorry.
is thinking about or potentially doing it, removing the like counter for others to see. You can see your own, which the reasoning is almost backwards, but not really. It's basically just... at this point, open it, Jesus Christ! Is it gonna
blow up on that fucking bed? That's what it sounded like.
I thought it was just gonna keep spilling slowly. Instagram's thinking about removing the like counter because a lot of people, specifically Gen Z, the younger generation below us, bases their life's worth on the amount of likes they get.
There's been so many posts. You know Gary Vee?
Yes. He
has a bunch of those where he talks to younger kids and they're like, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm trying to make a YouTube and all this stuff. And they're like, he's like, can I give you one thing that like I see every young person, like every kid your age, like they get caught up in is how many subscribers they have, how many likes they have, how many this, how many that. And he's like, please just promise me you will not care. It's going to be very hard, but everybody does that.
Yeah, and I think that's hard for us too. Even we were just talking. We just hit 100, and we're But we don't care. Clearly, we're.
I'm like, oh, cool, like or whatever. But I'm not like. I do notice like younger people they like obsess over it.
Well, yeah, and so like Instagram and stuff, and people are like, my post didn't get as much as his post. My post didn't get as much as her post.
Then you see
why didn't her?
You also see like,
what did I do wrong?
People ask like on Instagram and stuff. People like. Asking for likes or being like, oh man, this post got so many this likes and that likes, and it's like,
and so people like think they're less important or anything like that based
because they get a fucking dude. You know my Facebook posts and things like that. I post and I don't get shit on it. And I'm just like, it's whatever. Yeah. But there's people like if they don't get one or they don't get like a certain amount. There's like nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit.
No, 100%.
And like most of the time it's
and like
upsets my mom.
It upsets
like,
people.
Like yeah. I'm like, okay, cool.
So that's interesting. I know a lot of people are behind that. Like you said, the Gary V's talk about it. I've heard a bunch of people talk about it.
But if you could still see how many likes you have.
But you can't see what everyone else has. You can't compare.
You can't compare.
Yeah.
But you're still
knowing, like, I got 4 likes. I know Billy Bob, and then at school they're still going to say it. Well, but still, it's to a degree.
I have 100 followers.
Yeah.
And I have 3 likes.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened, 97 of you motherfuckers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's a step in the right direction, I think.
It does make... Because that is... And that... When I was in my, like, deep depression and all that stuff, that... And even now, I still struggle with it. I think a lot of people do. Is the worst thing is comparing yourself to others.
Oh, 100%.
It's gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
It's gonna fuck you so bad. And if that's true. That is a... Even though you could still see and be like, okay, it's not as high as I wanted. But you could be like, you don't know that so-and-so over there has, 100 likes on their post.
Yeah. For that, I like what's the quote, like, don't compare your page 10 to their 50 or,
everyone's at a different part of their story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta, yours is going to happen in your own pace and it's supposed to happen a different way.
We were just talking a couple hours ago before Game of Thrones, like, I don't feel like I'm 27,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 23.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe life's gonna kick my ass real soon here, and it's gonna change.
Beat the fuck out of you.
But as of right now,
God, I feel like I'm 40.
yeah. As of right now, like when I think about it, I'm like, fuck. Because when I think about it, I go, son of a bitch, I'm almost 30. I mean, not really, but
I'm almost 30.
Yeah, like.
But I remember thinking like I'm almost 30 when I was like in my mid 20s, and I was like, this shit is not going as fast as I honestly thought. And what your wife said, Amanda said today, is she forgot how old she was.
Yeah, I forget all the time, bro.
I don't. Well, she thought she was.
Well, yeah, she thinks she's like, I thought it was 22. What?
Yeah, I always think like I'm
1 or
like,
2 years.
Yeah, a couple years, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the age I am. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do not feel like. Well, because that's the other thing. Is people tell you like. They've been telling me, they'll tell everybody who's about to hit 30, like, wow, you're almost 30. Like, you should just fucking give up. Like, that's not what they say, but that's how they talk about it. No, that's the candor. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't feel bad at all. Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't feel old or like, at 30, they're like, do you feel, you know how your parents would be like, oh, you're 16. Do you feel different? And it's like, yes, I feel totally different. No, I feel the fucking same.
Yeah, no, and I know, especially in today's society, people are having kids super late. You know, be it whatever they want, people are having their younger years. I know women are doing their thing, and so everything I feel like is being pushed back. Like I feel I'm in the very minority of kids, or I say kids. See, I fucking call myself a kid. People my age. With a child, I feel like most.
I honestly, a lot of people on my Facebook. I'm gonna say a lot of them still don't have kids. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
My age,
I only know like friends, my Facebook friends. I know like, I don't know, 5 to 10 maybe. And I graduated with 600 plus all the other grades that I have on.
And now I'm thinking about it, like a good amount of them had like when they were. Like
and
young,
the ones that do have them,
like
they're
very
pretty young.
So it's like the mid 20s, people were just like
they're not doing it like that anymore, man.
No,
it's not at all. I mean, he knows it.
Yeah, you know it.
I mean, you see that age more than us.
Yeah, you're actually mid.
Yeah,
mid-20s.
I don't like. I
love the. Let me say real quick, interrupt him. I love the him speaking up. This is fantastic. I can't wait to get him on an episode.
I have it happens to me a lot now. People go, like, how old are you or whatever. Like, I got my career going or whatever and all that. And then they're like, how old are you? And it's like, oh, I'm 25. And it's like, oh, you're still young. But, like, when they go, oh, you're still young, I'm like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I feel like I should be a lot more ahead of the game. Like, like when you're like 16 years old and you're still in high school.
Yourself, and that's what he's saying. Don't
do that. Yeah. Which also comparing yourself in a good light is, I see it all the time, is that fucking thing where it's like you compare, you're worried about how old you are and things aren't working the way you want, and then it shows like how late Oprah got her big break, J.K. Rowling, like all these famous people. Like some people, it literally doesn't happen till later, and like just. You gotta put blinders on.
Everyone sets themselves up though. Like, I mean, I especially did it. Like, when I was like in high school, I was like, okay, getting out of high school, I was like, school's not for me. I'm getting right into like trade, construction, and it's like, let's get this life going. By 21, have a house. You know what I mean, and all this shit. And then it's like, I didn't get my career till a year ago. Where I'm like, oh, okay, this could be my career. And then it's like, now it's like, oh, I'm like really far behind now, I feel like. But it's like, other people are like, oh, dude, you're still young. You got so much time.
Well,
that's the thing. If you compare, you never compare yourself to the that's the other thing that also fucks you, is when you do compare, you only compare higher.
Yeah, you
never compare lower.
You're right.
You don't even think about like how many people are actually doing way worse than you.
Right. So that's the one thing I was going to say, is they say that thing like, most people don't have $1,000 in their bank. And I'm not going to get into it, but I think you're all right.
Yeah, you're good.
So
Yeah, that's the thing is you gotta
stop comparing overall. Especially
it's almost impossible. But
it's very difficult.
You gotta put blinders on and just that's the thing is, and if you do compare, have the perspective of there fucking like that's it's terrible to think of, but within the last how I've kind of gotten over my depression and all that stuff, within the last couple years is. You think about people in other countries who have literally nothing. There are people. They don't know as much of That's the other thing. It's a curse to know what is out there and what can be. But there's people who just have
right. Because if you were in your position, living in I don't know, another country, even you'd be the fucking cream of the crop. Or if you were living in your position, you didn't know what your neighbor did or your friend has and all that stuff, you wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this is what I have. Great. Doesn't fucking matter.
You know what kind of...
But you compare yourself.
Fucks me up, I guess, in a way. And I see it as us as a whole family or whatever.
Whoa. What are you roping me into?
No, listen. Literally, I have set myself up for such high standards.
Because of your parents.
Because of our parents and my aunts and, your guys' parents. And it's people, my friends, right? They look at, my house or whatever. Oh, and they look at, the cars I have and my lifestyle. And they go, oh, dude, you're killing it. And I'm like, no. This is not killing it. And then, they're like, oh, well, I'm doing this. And it's I don't have this. And it's you're always, I don't care how far you could get. You could be Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And that, there is somebody he's looking up to man, that guy's got this lifestyle.
It's not a monetary thing with him, obviously.
Dude, well, yeah.
You'll never be satisfied.
You'll never be satisfied.
Never.
Well, and that's a good thing, though. You want to keep striving for more.
That's also how we advance as humans. But it also, you gotta... That's the thing is, if you do it, you gotta have perspective. You gotta be able to
right. Like Dan said, you're comparing yourself to a higher person. I can get there one day. Your fucking parents, my fucking parents, they all struggled and shit. It fucking clicked and it's good. And that's what I was gonna say too. Is we do have a very fortunate family, and if you think about it, it's crazy. We don't have. No one's divorced. Recently. We had one such case.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother issue.
Right. Okay, but so nobody's divorced. We've had limited experience with death. I know I talked to some of my friends and stuff. They have a lot of deaths, friends, family, and it's we don't have that. We have some.
I kind of do. I feel like me and Dan have way more than you. I lost 5 people in the last 5 years on my dad's side.
Yeah.
So it all depends.
Well, I'm saying in our actual, combined together family.
From just our.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. Devastation.
He's getting dark over there. Hopefully you guys heard what he was saying. I was moving the mic so you could see. I was checking the levels too. Everything looked good.
It'll probably be fine.
I might have to bump it up. But no, the comparing is bad. And then you just gotta, like Dan said, put it in perspective.
Well, his mom actually last night was saying something with our family, and it was either your mom or Kyle's mom, and they said there is something up with our family with your first love. They said my parents, your parents, there's just something about, I don't know if your parents, but they said there's something with our family where it's you find that we are just in it for the long haul. You find that one and you're in it. I don't know. It's just, that's what they were saying.
It's a weird comment. We're not going to address it because I don't want to get into some of the things I think he was going towards.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying as a family, we
Is it weird? I don't know. If
like a
there's
fortunate thing.
Like a fortunate.
Like it just,
there's
like
two such instances. I don't know if
found
that's
that person and it clicked type
yeah,
feel.
you just like you find that person and it's like you're in it for the long.
Well, I guess from a comparison point too is you got to figure like so when did your parents meet?
Over 30 years.
Well, how old were they?
They were in high school.
My parents were in their 30. Well, I think my dad was 30. My mom was like early 30s.
Yeah, and it's like
I could guarantee from their perspective because I'm
look
I'm
at
about
them
to hit 30 and it's like, oh my god.
And like your parents are.
That's the thing is I think in my head I go, my parents didn't find each other for a while, and now they're still. I mean they're almost at 30 or they're at 30.
Right.
And that's what they were saying. Like with your like something with our how fortunate like we are with the family and like how like loyal it is. It's like. They like everyone either met in high school or it's like your parents like met and it's like
my parents met in high school.
It clicked and it worked.
Just clicked, and it's like this is it.
My dad asked my mom out every single day for like 5-6 months or something. She said no. She was dating a 21-year-old, and my father ended up kicking his motorcycle over in a Walgreens parking lot as a very skinny 17-year-old or however old he was.
I don't know. There's got to be a segment or a show out there that's called Oof Moves.
Oh man,
I like that.
It has to be. That's the character right there.
Kicked over his motorcycle in a Walgreens parking lot. A 20-year-old dude, and he's small now. Could you imagine how little he was back then?
Oh my god!
I'd snap that dude in half.
A
little foreign boy from nowhere.
Little German boy.
He's like flexing and it's just a pure beer gut. Just there's nothing but gut.
A little foreign German boy just kicking over motorcycles.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's good. That was a good conversation. We got off track, but I like it. And we could maybe split this into 2 episodes because I got a few things to talk into.
Okay.
This one is going to be the fun one. I don't want to say fun, but me and you unsuspectingly told me something. Why are you blowing at me?
What?
We were playing games. Okay, so this is an old note. So this had to be like 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing Xbox, and you tell me, I just got a Snapchat ad. 2, you said, from some weird person I never heard of. Do you remember this at all?
A Snapchat ad?
Like a ad. Someone added you as a friend.
I've gotten
ad by code or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what I'm getting into here?
I don't know where you're getting into. Like you've had them too.
Did you hear? Okay, so you don't know. You told me that day there was 2. I remember you telling me.
Yeah.
The next day, I had 2.
Mm-hmm.
I also checked. You had it as well?
I had one.
Mike had it as well. I checked. We checked. Amanda had 2.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, dude, what the fuck? We checked John, who never uses Snapchat. He has it. He doesn't use it. He had 2.
Huh.
Well, the reason I made him check was because I was sitting at Chick-fil-A at lunch with him, and I see an article on Facebook. For you guys, this might be over. There's a sex trafficking ring. And if you got added, it was... You might look like a girl, but we're safe.
Yeah.
They would add people by name, by code, or by whatever the fuck it was. They would add you. If you had your tracking on and you were a girl, the women were getting fucking abducted.
Oh my god.
Ted Bundy style.
Oh my god.
And that's what I saw an article and I was like, holy shit.
If you accepted the follow.
And you had your tracking on and you were a young girl.
Yeah.
Because you know how
there was confirmed cases in a few places.
You could see who's showing.
I should have checked into the article more because this was like 2-3 weeks ago now. But it was crazy. You told me that literally the next day I look, I have it. Amanda has it. John has it. He says he had it.
Oh,
how crazy is that?
Shit.
Because you can see where this motherfucker's at.
Yeah.
Just in Snapchat.
And they were just snatching these motherfuckers up. Oh my god.
So be careful out there, people.
Jesus.
How insane is that?
I just took it as like fucking spam accounts.
Right? I mean, it probably was, but there's a reason behind it.
It was like the
Instagram ones. I get the Instagram.
Oh my God.
0 followers, zero photos,
like the hot girl.
and then 9,000 following. I'm like, or following 9,000. I'm like, oh, duh.
Who sent me a picture? It was a It was like looking for singles in your area or something. It was one of those drawn comics, and you know the ads we're talking about. Looking for singles in your area or whatever.
Yeah. It
was a cartoon drawn ad, and it was this thing, and it came up on the kid's computer, and then he's like, and then it said like 0.0 miles away, and it said like this fucking loser, and it was a picture of the kid. It was himself looking for the.
What are you looking for?
I have something.
Ooh, just put the cord right in the fucking.
It's okay.
drawer.
It's a hefty cord. So I have a little thing here for.
He does have
us.
a little thing.
I don't know if you saw this. This has been going around the YouTube community.
I see fast food.
Yes.
Yes.
Started by iDubbbz. Did you see this?
I see he's been ranking stuff.
His tier lists. He started off with a fast food tier list.
And a bunch of other people have been doing it.
And he challenged all other YouTubers to create a list, and he said yours will be shit. He's actually modified his. I actually forgot a few things. So I have his. I added one or two.
Oh, I forgot how S tier, A tier.
Right, and I forgot a few that I wanted to add because some of these we don't have experiences with all of them, or many experiences, and I wanted to add like Portillo's. I forgot to add Portillo's, and then today you had me thinking when you said White Castle, I thought of that one too. Wow. So they do it very nicely on their computer screen. We don't have that technology, and there's multiple of us doing it at once. So I say we go. I have one for you. I have one for each of us. We have a tier list here, so we're gonna be ranking. Here's our. Here is the restaurants, and we have a tier list here. So S tier, we'll put our S tiers over here. Best, A, B, C, D, E, F, and go down the ranks. And I noticed one of the things they do is they just kind of throw them in there. I kind of want to do it a little intelligently and like compare it, like because there's like 3 pizza places or whatever. I feel like they should be compared to the other pizza place. So that's just something fun. I think we should get into.
Let's do this.